Okay, Southern Colorado, you all have recommended this place as the #1 Vietnamese restaurant in all of Southern Colorado. And I'm excited to try it today.
Welcome to Saigon Cafe.
All right, let's get it started. We're kicking off today's episode talking to the owners of Saigon Cafe, Monse and Tim. How are you both?
Great. We're doing really good so far.
Excited to having you guys.
Yes, and this is the second time that we've talked to Monse. You might have seen us eating great pupusas at her first location. Oh my gosh, those were great.
I'm glad you guys were able to come to visit the Monse's Pupuseria.
But today we're talking about the great Vietnamese food that is here. What inspired you all to buy this location?
So I joke about that I blame my wife for all of our success, but she's got the gift with both food and talent. We knew the Trong family personally while I was still active duty Army. That's what brought us to Colorado Springs. And at retirement, they had voiced they were closing, and we thought that that was just not an option that we were comfortable doing. So we decided to pursue that as our growth movement when we were looking to expand our business. So a little off the direction, kind of a plan B focus that turned to a plan A.
Okay. Did you have any prior experience knowing anything about Vietnamese food?
Not directly, but we've known a lot of the staff in that 15 years on the customers. I talk about it tableside a lot. I've spent a lot more time on this side of the table than on the other side, but it's a very valuable perspective because the people behind it we've known for more than a decade.
Wow, so you all must eat great at home. Yeah. I mean, every dinner must be wonderful.
Yeah, well, again, I credit Monse for all of that, but it's a lot of fun. I think food is such a critical part of everybody's day, so it's a really neat contribution in a niche to local business because it's important.
Right. Were there any challenges starting another business or creating another one?
I think so. I mean, there's, change is hard, so there's a dynamic of, it was a local favorite for almost 3 decades. So I know that we didn't meet the same expectations for some people for what they connected to, but we're really grateful for how much connection we've started seeing in a new dynamic and demographic here. So all ranges, all ages, and then a lot of locals. I mean, it's really been a warm welcoming to Summit State.
Also learning. We've been able to learn from Tan, who is our executive chef, and he's been here for so many years, and he taught us so much about the culture and the food.
When you first got here, what was the customer favorite that everybody loved?
Arguably it still is. It's the noodle bowl. So the noodle bowl is one of the most traditional Vietnamese dishes on this menu and maybe in general. It's a very fresh dish. That's probably the attraction more than anything. So our effort was freshness in all things. But I think it's probably still, that and the pho are probably still the 2 top.
Okay, and you said your chef has been here since the beginning of this location?
Practically. I think it's just over 28 years. When I start really saying it out loud, he kind of looks at me like, don't say the number, right? But a long time. And really from a very part of the beginning, a long time. And he's not alone. We've got Atsumi, who's our front of house most experienced server, and she's been here close to 27. So they're more family than employees.
And one thing that I love about you both is that you really do love this Southern Colorado community. Could you talk about why it means so much to you all?
Yeah, I mean, there's layers of that. I mean, part of it's where our family has grown up. It's where we decided to retire. If you anchor and invest, it's not just business initiative, it's connecting with the community. It's a huge reason why local sourcing is important, because when we started, our grassroots was farmers markets, wholesale, networking, connecting. How do you do this and who do you know? And we've been very well taken care of and embraced by a number of people that range from very small levels to very successful, and I like to highlight them all. Our menu reflects that. From simple changes to fresh herbs through Devin, who's got Sunshine Enterprises out of Woodland Park, Black Forest. Brandon over at Provision Bakery, Mike Calicrate with the meats, and each of their employees and staff that help. And I sort of have a conversation that I tell people when they try to be encouraging and say, take it one day at a time. And I've converted that to, no, it's a one table at a time. Everybody's got a different reason they came in, whether they're visiting Colorado Springs for the first time or they've been coming here for almost 30 years. The connection you make at that table is just as critical as the quality of the food or the quality of the service or the thing going on in their day. You never know, but it helps bring people back. It makes them interested in supporting something.
No, it's been really an amazing time and experience having Saigon, because it's nice to be in Monse's at lunch and see customers and go say hi, and then I come at dinner and they're here eating dinner. So, and sometimes they go to Monse's, and if we're very busy, they are like, can we go to Saigon? Can you call? And so it's really nice to see that they are supporting us and love our business, and we love them back, just to be extremely grateful to the support that we get from the community.
Well, I'm definitely sold on coming to this business and visiting. But now, can we go to the back of the house and watch how some of this magic is made?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's exactly where it's made.
We're very excited.
Man, I really did take one for the team, or the community, as you all, and just tried everything that they brought out on the table. It was so good. I can definitely say Tim and Monse are 2 for 2 in their businesses and with their food. So make sure you come and visit Saigon Cafe, and also make sure you give them a follow on social media, and then give us a follow as well. And here are the air times right here, so you can continue to watch us go to great places around Southern Colorado. I still got half an egg roll left. So I'm gonna finish this, and I'll see you all next time. Yes.
Highlighting the best in our area. Southern Colorado Life with Ryan Nelson.
Okay, Southern Colorado, today is Influencer of the Day, and we have somebody that is from our own backyard, but I'm gonna let him introduce himself to you all.
How you guys doing? My name is Ryan. I go by TDS Ryan on social media.
Now, I'm gonna be a little biased. Anybody with the name Ryan is probably doing great things. Now, I found Ryan on social media because of his fashion and the content that he's making that's reaching people way outside of our own region. So how'd you get started styling yourself and helping other people get fly?
Well, fashion has always been a part of my lifestyle, and I've always wanted to kind of like express myself. Did a little time in like the military where you can't really, step outside the lines on that. So once I got out, I definitely wanted to kind of like dive into it, and I don't know, it's just kind of one thing after another. I'm always looking to try new things, and it just kind of went actually.
Okay, taking fashion to another level, but now you're making content. Now that's not easy. A lot of people think I'm gonna get a cell phone and I'm just gonna prop it up and that's it, but the quality is great from the videos that you're seeing on the screen. The audio is great. Now, how did you transition into content creation?
Well, it started with photography. Like I've been doing photography for like 9 years, and as I kind of got more into social media is always evolving, and it went to video. So I had to figure out how to do video, and there's just a couple people who are always more influential to me that I kind of like modeled after, and I wanted my videos to look as good as theirs. So it took some time to be technical, but then at the same time, I had to learn how to put my own personality and spin on it. And after some time, I feel like I kind of got it.
That's good. That's good. Now, going back to fashion, a lot of people, they just want to mimic what they see on a celebrity or on their favorite athlete, but you seem to have your own style. How did you create that?
So it's honestly all about experimentation and just having a couple things. So I always say learn some of the rules of fashion just so you can break them. And the more that you can be more confident and just whatever feels good to you, I always lean into that, because everybody's fashion style isn't going to be the same, but it speaks volumes whenever it's your particular style.
Okay. Okay, so we don't have a mannequin today, but he did bring a friend, and he's gonna show us how we can style and just make our outfits a little bit better. So I'm gonna step off, and I'll see you in a second.
All right, so didn't have a mannequin today, but I brought my friend Hart, who's gonna help me demonstrate how using your versatile style can help you get a more well-rounded wardrobe. So Hart, say hello to the people. No, I'm just kidding. Hart is a mannequin today, and he's not gonna be saying anything. So as you can see, just describing Hart's fit, he's dressed in a more casual like sense. It's more even semi-formal to depending on who's asking. So he has a nice peacoat going on, and he's wearing like chinos and some nice brown boots. So I'm wearing more I would say like more like casual street, more like dressed down. What Hart's wearing is more, it could be something for either semi-formal, or it could be like, he can go on a date with somebody. Like, Hart, you go on a date with somebody in this, right? I'm just kidding. He's not going to say anything because, again, a mannequin. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap, because the key to a good closet is versatility. So we're going to change a couple of things around, and we're going to show you basically how having different articles of clothing can make you, or can give you a more just well-rounded closet. So Hart, if you would be so kind as to remove your jacket and shoes, please. Just by changing just a couple of pieces of clothing, you should always go for more timeless fashion. Timeless fashion is going to be things that literally don't go out of style. So no matter the season, no matter the time of year, they just never go out of style. So I would definitely invest in more like timeless pieces to, so you don't just end up like kind of boxing yourself in. Couple of switches of some clothing. Now you can see Hart is now more dressed down, and it didn't even take much. So all we had to do was just swap a couple of things around. Now I look more semi-formal, and Hart is dressed down in the sneakers and this nice coral jacket. And it even goes, we do a lot of color coordination, which we have the seafoam green going with the coral pink. And yeah, Hart, appreciate your help, sir. Can you thank the people for me? Don't say anything, he's a mannequin.
Now, this has me brainstorming what is in my closet, because this was great. I would have never thought, we could switch that and put that and do this and do that, but you're the master at this, so thank you so much for coming. Now, for everyone that's watching at home, how can they follow you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at TDS_Ryan, or actually on all socials, so on YouTube as well. You can just put in a search for the same thing, TDS Ryan, and I'm sure I'll pop up.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. We're going to transition now into one of his videos that's a great tutorial on how to style yourself just like this.
Do your clothes fit? Well, at least the way they're supposed to fit? Well, if they don't, let's change that. Today, we're talking measurements. Now, most people know their standard measurements and shirt sizes, small, medium, and large, and their pants, waist, and inseam. But that's not everything you need to know. One of the best ways to elevate your look is by wearing clothes that fit properly. Let's start with the shirt. Starting off with shoulders. The seam should align perfectly with the edge of the shoulder bone. If it extends past, the shirt is too big. And if it's before, the shirt is too small. Sleeve length. Your shirt should end at the wrist bone. When your arm is bent, the cuff should not move too far up. This also helps when you're wearing accessories like bracelets or watches. Moving on to pants and trousers. Now this is going to depend on the type of pants you're wearing and the occasion. And if you want a further breakdown, let me know in the comments and I'll make a video just on pants. Now typically, your pants should touch the top of your shoes without bunching up. Too long and it's going to look sloppy. Too short and they'll appear too small. But I'm going to put an asterisk on that because it really just depends on your individual style and confidence. Pro tip, you can make almost anything look good with confidence. Some pants are designed to be longer or shorter than normal, which could add flair and interest to your look. Overall, you're not a bot, so don't be afraid to experiment with different looks.